Hi, my name is Delaya Fabrici. I done my research topic over asthma. First, what is asthma? Asthma is characterized as a chronic lung disease that affects the bronchial tubes within the lungs. As we know, the bronchial tubes carries oxygen in and out of the lungs. So when your bronchial tubes are inflamed, are constricted, are filled with mucus, it makes it hard to breathe, and this is called bronchial asthma or just asthma. Right here, it's kind of like a zoomed in version of the bronchial tubes within the lungs. And we also call the bronchial tubes the airways. So right here is a normal airway. You see it's allowing oxygen and air to go breathe in and breathe out. There's no constrictions, there's no inflammatory, there's nothing, there's no mucus in it. But right here we see an asthmatic airway. There's inflammation. There's because so much inflammation, it causes the airways to be constricted, so it's making it harder to breathe in and out. And sometimes it's even filled with mucus, and that comes out through coughing as phlegm. Signs and symptoms. A huge indicator that a person might have asthma is the wheezing. A person could wheeze when they're inhaling or exhaling, and wheezing is like that high-pitched whistle sound made when breathing. A person also might have severe coughing with when they cough, phlegm comes up, excessive coughing, breathing through their mouth. And most of the times when people breathe through their mouth, because they've done it for so long, they don't even really realize that they are breathing through their mouth. A person with asthma will have constant respiratory infections, and this is also a big indicator that somebody might have asthma. So causes. Because asthma varies by person, varies by each person's severity of their asthma, people have triggers, and these triggers are characterized in three different categories. We have exercise induced, and this means the person, when they exercise, they just seem to not be able to catch their breath. I mean, it is normal for you to not catch your breath for a little bit, but if they just constantly cannot catch their breath after a while, then this might be an indicator that there's something wrong within the bronchial tubes and you're not getting enough air in and out. Then there's occupational induced. This is when you're working and you're around those hazardous chemicals and you're breathing them in, and there's just something wrong. You still can't catch your breath, you're wheezing, you're coughing, phlegm is coming up. And then finally, allergy induced. This is the main one. People have allergies, and when they come in contact with their trigger, for example, say dust mites or something, this will start a flare up, and these are called asthma attacks. And also strong emotions can also cause asthma as well. Next is diagnostic testing. Because asthma is very, very common, some people can self-diagnose, but you have to go to a medical profession if you needed some type of medicine or steroids, anti-inflammatories, things like that. But first, there are various test options, but the first thing they're going to do is they're going to take a look at your medical history. They're going to take a look at your family medical history, because someone who has a family record of asthma is most likely to have it than somebody who doesn't have a family history of asthma. Now, going on into the testing part, the main one that they use is quick and easy, it's painless, it's called spirometry. And this is when you inhale and exhale into a spirometer, and it records how much air you blew out and then how quickly you done it. The lower your score is an indicator that you might have asthma or another lung disease. There's also a challenge test. This is where they purposely bring you around known triggers to see if it will send you into an asthma attack. Be very careful with this and make sure it's only done by professionals. And then there's the FeNO test. This measures the amount of nitric oxide in your breath. Although there is nitric oxide already in your breath, if the level is too high, this is an indicator that there might be inflammation within the lungs. Treatment. So one big thing is just to take care of yourself, because obesity does worsen asthma, because weight piled on with the lungs, that will worsen asthma. But a big thing, a common treatment is a bronchodilator. You guessed it, otherwise known as an inhaler. This sends medicine, most likely steroids, directly into the lungs to help open up those airways, help de-inflame those bronchial tubes. And you can even kind of tell within the name bronchodilator. Dilator means to open up, and the bronchos, the bronchial tubes within the lungs. And there is two types of inhalers. There is the the long-term form that people will use daily, and then there's the fast-acting one. This is just if you just notice you have a quick sudden flare-up and you need something fast that's going to act fast. Then there's anti-inflammatory medicine. Most likely you'll get these through the form of tablets, and these will go into the lungs and help just deflame the bronchial tubes. But you have to be careful with taking too many anti-inflammatory because those can have trickling effects within the body. Next, diet at home. You want to make sure you have a healthy, well-balanced diet, plenty of fruits and vegetables. You want to take in plenty of vitamin D, such as orange juice, salmon, eggs. You want to have plenty of vitamin A, carrots, cantaloupes, sweet potatoes, leafy greens. You want to take in foods that are high in magnesium, such as pumpkin seeds, dark chocolate. Just because you're balancing out your diet, that doesn't mean you can't have the fun stuff. You see, instead of having milk chocolate, try dark chocolate. There's still alternatives to having a yummy diet, but still is healthy and nutritious. But the foods you do want to avoid is foods that have sulfates in them, such as wine, dried foods, cherries. The mention cherries you like on your sundaes, those are high in sulfates. And you also want to avoid shrimp, bottled lemon juice, and lime juice, and foods that cause you to have gas, because this will have pressure on your diaphragm, and this can be a trigger for asthma as well. Prognosis. Unfortunately, asthma is not curable. It is a long-term disease, but if you have it in childhood, you could grow out of it in your adulthood. But if you have it in your adulthood, it's most likely you're not gonna be able to cure it, because there is no cure. But you can learn to manage your asthma, taking daily medications, having your inhaler on hand and on deck when you feel yourself having an asthma attack. With asthma, you learn your body, you learn your triggers, and therefore you're able to live a normal, healthy life as long as you learn what to go around and what not to go around, learn what to eat and learn what not to eat. But yeah, that is all about asthma. I hope y'all learned a little something today, and have a nice day.